All right, thank you for joining. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Oluwatobi Ojola, and I am the course program coordinator for the professional courses. Please, I would like to beg us for 5 minutes so we can have more people to join. Please let us endure for 5 minutes for other people to join. Thank you very much. Right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining and welcome to the virtual open day organized by Computer Science Department, Dominican University. So we are glad that you are all here and we are happy. So in the house already we have our cybersecurity expert. She's around, Dr. Fumi Adepegba from Canada. We have Dr. Theophilus Tenebe from the United States. He's a cloud computing expert and a cybersecurity expert. Yes. So we have Mr. Aluko, software engineer. We have Dr. Gloria Ebele also around. That's our second data scientist as well. So we are happy that you are here. So welcome. The virtual open day is to expose us to our professional courses that we offer at the Science Department, Dominican University. It's not an academic program, but a certification program. And we issue certificates separately. It's a professional course training. So we have courses, we have data science, we have cloud computing, software engineering, cybersecurity. And we have our instructors from both within and outside the country. They are industry experts. Some of them have their PhD and they're also practicing in the industry. Some of them have worked for companies like Morgan Chase and JP Morgan Chase and foreign companies. So welcome to this virtual open day. We are free to ask questions after each session, after each speaker. You are free to ask questions. So let us sit tight. Before we continue, I would like to welcome the HOD of Computer Science Department, who is the host, Dr. Nicholas Okeke. Please, can we welcome Dr. Nick Okeke? Is around, is the HOD for Computer Science Department, Dominican University. Is our host for today. Please, Dr. Nick, you have the floor, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Toby, for welcoming all of us. And I join him also to welcome everyone who has connected to the open day, virtual open day for the short courses we have, certification programs. As I said, the programs are hosted in the Department of Mathematics and Physical and Mathematical Sciences, not actually computer science. Computer science is actually just one of the programs we are running in the department. Okay, so the department hosting these programs is actually the mathematical or physical and mathematical sciences department. So that's where these programs are hosted. And again, we thank everybody who has connected. The purpose of this virtual open day, as he already explained to us, is kind of to get the prospective students to meet the experts, kind of have listen to them, be able to make a commitment, okay? Because why we have not actually started these short programs, we have been advertising it for a while now. Why we have not started is because not many people have committed in the way of making payment for the program. And without that, of course, we cannot engage the experts, because being experts, you have to pay them. So that's why we say, we arrange this open day for make this possible, so that those who are still hesitating whether to commit themselves or not, we make up their mind after listening to the experts. Okay, so I say why we're organizing this, basically to help many people in our country now, those who are intending to migrate, and even those who are still in the country who intend to enhance themselves, their skill sets, especially in the IT area, which is very, very important in this client. So that's why we're organizing the course or set up the courses for the certification. So if you're able to commit yourself, and we are sure that you gain so many things, going through the courses, among other things, you gain benefits of these short courses. The students who take the short courses will gain following skill enhancement, that's sure, of course, and the relevance, they gain relevance in the industry trends, which is very important. Then career advancement also is there, and then adaptability and flexibility. Learning all these courses, of course, you'll be able to do more, and you'll be flexible even in your career, whatever you choose to do. These are skills that will help you in any area of your endeavor. We also have hands-on experience because, as we said, these are experts. So the short courses are oriented in such a way that you have many hands-on, so that you can have experience, and you can actually, after going through these courses, you'll be sure of yourself that you know what you have done and you can apply it in your different areas. So we also have networking opportunities. I would say stay competitive in the job market. The more skills you have, the more you can actually sell yourself to different companies. And so that's what is very important. That's the reason why we're actually organizing this for the purpose of those who are actually going to go through this, to have more. There are other opportunities, there are other benefits which we may not all list here, but all of them, we have listed some of them in the website. You can actually visit our website, and where you can have more information. Also on the payment structure, we have made it so flexible that even if you don't have all the money, okay, you can actually pay in such a way that it will not be too much for you. And we have actually arranged with our experts to kind of bid down the price, okay, so that this will be accessible to many people. These short courses are very costly out there. If you want to do them outside, or even in some parts of Nigeria, in the country here, they're very costly. So, but we are giving you this in an affordable price. So because of the discussions we have had with our experts, so we really encourage everybody to make use of this opportunity. And also we use this opportunity to thank all our experts, those who have already online. So they've agreed to come and speak on this open day. We really appreciate your sacrifice and your commitment to helping others. We will never take it for granted. So we really appreciate you, welcome you to this program. So we welcome everybody, and we'll hand over to the coordinator to go on with and present those who are going to talk to us today. Thank you very much. You are welcome again.
Thank you very much, our HOD. Thank you for that. So next, I would like to introduce our first speaker. Our first speaker is from the United States. His name is Dr. Timibe. He's a data management scientist for over 8 years of experience in code management. He's AI and machine learning expert. He has worked with big data analytics. He's a cloud computing engineer. He's also a DevOps engineer. He has worked for companies like JP Morgan Chase from Columbus. He's currently working for Huntington Bank, Columbus. So I would like to welcome our first speaker for today, Dr. Tinibe from the United States. Please, Dr. Tinibe, you are welcome, sir.
Yes, sorry, just 1 minute. Good afternoon, everybody online. This is the first time actually seeing Father Nick, and is it Toba or Toby, right?
Yeah, Toby, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here to have this conversation with all of you. Yeah, like I don't know what more to say basically, but I would just say that my conversation today will be more of, you know, motivating you, encouraging you, and telling you exactly what you're about to experience, in this whole process. To begin that, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. Toby has said a lot, but it's just very unimaginable that that is actually true. But it only started with a step like this. I have a PhD in engineering, not even cloud engineering or in computer science. And but during the process of my lifetime, I just love to play with data. Um, did a lot of research back in the day, and then wrangling data was something I loved. I loved statistics and all that kind of stuff. So that's how I got into this whole I'll call it a rabbit hole because it never ends, you know. And then I moved on. I went to United States about 6 years ago, and boom, just everything you heard Toby said just happened 6 years ago, within 6 years. And it is because um, I took a step that you're about to take today. You know, I tried to commit myself, no matter the cost, no matter the condition, because I felt like the end is usually and always better than the beginning. Because I knew what I was going for, so like there was no gainsay. I didn't have the opportunity for anybody to tell me about this, but here am I today telling you today that it's going to be the right step for you in the right direction. And I really do encourage you to make that commitment. I know for the little time I know Father Nick, I know that they have gathered for you resources that would help you, take your career to the next level. And I must also make you understand that, for you to be competitive out there, you just need to know the right thing at the right time. And that's why this program is good for you. If you're here today, it's good for you. If you're thinking about it, it's good for you. Because the reputation of 1,000 miles begins with a step. So I just feel like whatever it is you're doing right now, whatever it is you're about to embark is worth it. Currently in the United States, and I believe other speakers can actually speak to it, but for United States, where I am right now, a typical AI engineer doesn't get anything below $140,000. Like there's no begging or no negotiation. Like that's the starting point. You don't go below that. That's the kind of skill you want to learn here. A typical data scientist, maybe you're just fresh out of college, you earn nothing less than $110 in the US, you know. Um, so that's exactly what I don't know, that's about what you want to get. And it's really, really, really difficult for you to see somebody who has maybe industry experience to take you through this world, basically. I never had the opportunity until later part of my career. All the people I learned from, we were just learning from somewhere and then just pointing out to me and they were taking mega money from me, but here you are having the opportunity to have people working in the industry, people who have done that, people who have, gone through the process of, learning from scratch and understanding how well this is going to work for you. They're here today, and I believe that it's an opportunity that you really need to take. I'm going to move away from that because I can talk and talk and talk about that. I wouldn't stop because, I'm very good at that. I will just move to what exactly you would likely learn with me. If you're doing cloud computing, you first of all want to understand why cloud computing. Why do you need it? Why does the world need it? There's so much burden with on-premise activities or premise resources, and a lot of people, have come to understand that moving the applications, their knowledge to the cloud would save them a lot of cost. And it just goes well with industry trend because the industry is moving there. You just have to move there because that's what's going to pay your bills. And that's what's solving the industry problem. In the past years, you see people, having data centers, you can easily just walk through one street in Lagos and say, hey, this is a cyber cafe. Oh, they have a series of servers here, and then they run the applications from those servers. These days, it doesn't happen anymore. Or they are beginning to get extincted with the new technologies, Microsoft, Google, and Amazon. These guys have innovated, created a lot of innovation, and they have created a place where you and I don't know. And that's why they call it the cloud. It's not that it's really in the cloud there, but they actually have positioned these servers where you and I don't know. And that's where security and trust comes from. So for the fact that nobody knows where your server is, it's going to be very difficult for anybody to penetrate it. So that's where security actually started. So the cloud is just a place where you and I don't know, somewhere remote around the world where applications can run securely. And then the computing part of it is just, you run resources, you run jobs, you run data science models. You're going to run them on an engine, and that engine is called a server. And that process is called compute or computing. So, put those things together is just the ability for you to run your applications in the cloud using different, cloud computing technologies. So there's so many of them, just a bunch of them. I'm specialized with using Amazon, which is AWS. And those are one of the many things we would learn together in this journey. So I encourage you to take that step. And just being in my class, you have the benefit of being my friend for a lifetime. So I believe it's an opportunity you need to grab. Because before you know it, I'll be in the White House. Don't quote me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tinube. Please, when you are going to the White House, I'm here. Please, you can take me along.
You've been a good boy. I'll take you along.
Yeah, I'm also thinking about the cloud computing. I would like to also learn also. I'm also a student who
Oh,
have
yeah.
coordinated.
Yeah, cool.
So, do we have anybody with a question you want to ask? A question, you can either raise up your hand or you drop a chat for us. So while we are waiting for questions for Dr. Tinube, I would like to ask Dr. Tinube a question myself. So what do I need? Do I need about knowledge to sign up for the class, cloud computing class, data science class? What do I need? Do I need to be a computer science person? Do I need to have master's or PhD? Or do I have to be a civil engineer first, like you were? So what are the requirements? What skills do I need before diving into that? Thank you, sir.
Yeah, my profile tells it all. Like, you don't need to be a computer scientist. You don't need to you don't need to know math to the point that you want to break your head, before you become a data scientist or use any of the cloud computing tools. So as you see, I have two masters in civil engineering and have a PhD in civil engineering, but here I am talking to you about it. So you don't need all this prior knowledge. You just need to have the resilience to move on, because it's not an easy journey, and it's not a difficult one as well. You just need your focus, and you just need the sacrifice of time. You know, you know, you know, those times you find people who probably want to hang out, but you see yourself trying to battle assignment, battle lab works and all that kind of stuff. So to your question, you really don't need it. You just need that dedication of time. Because the time you lose today, next year you still have to make up for that time. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, it does. So do we have anybody else with a question for Dr. Tinube? Because he has another meeting like now. He should be in a meeting, but we have to beg him to be present. So now that he's at our disposal, we have the avenue to ask him questions before he leaves. So please, any questions? Now that we understand that we do not need to have to be like a computer group before going to cloud computing, because just the name Amazon alone can be like, hey, what do I know about Amazon? Jeff Bezos, so like that's it. So any further question, please, before we move to next
Sorry,
speaker?
I want him to say a little more about what will it take to do this program over there. I mean, in US or in Canada or whatever. And if I want to do cloud computing, this kind of program we are putting up, it will also help people who want to commit themselves to know that this is a cheap, a cheaper option to do it with us than go elsewhere to do.
So it all depends. So, pricing is very key in the US.
Sure.
So the way you price your your service, it all depends on your target audience. So I would say that, to learn anything IT, anything, even Excel, you can pay up to $8,000 Excel.
Wow.
Because people, it can just be some form of packaging, it can be from an institute. So, and all these people would want to take student loan from it. So if you take a student loan, go straight to the government pays out. So you can't be pricing, when you know that your customer is the government. You can't price, and that. But if you're doing it typically from anybody, like when I started this journey, to be very honest with you, when I started this journey, if I tell you the total amount I've spent to be here, it's up to 15,000.
Wow.
But it comes in trinkles. Like you feel like, oh, they didn't cover this topic. Oh, I didn't get enough from here. You go to interview, you find out you're not passing interviews, and then you know that there's some topics they're not teaching well. You go to look for another resource. You pay this one $4,000. You pay this one $6,000 until you get what you feel like is a match. And sometimes it can just be a combination of several resources that actually makes it. So you're just you would have an opportunity to hear from somebody who has been beaten, who has been let me use this word, who has been duped severally. Yeah, but you're just getting one stop shop of a lot of information. So ready to bring out nothing less than between 6,000. Yeah, somebody's asking how practical this would be. Like, I don't know, like I'm just gonna teach you exactly what I used to work. When I teach you the theory of this, I'll also teach you exactly how I used it in my place of work. That's how practical it could be. But the only thing I will tell you that sometimes you also need the experience. Like there are many things I would say that I still do not know. There are many things that, I come across at work, you just still have to go back to the basics. You just need the basics to troubleshoot those things. So, but it's exactly what I do at work. I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you anything less. Um, so that's from OBRI. Uh, yeah, for the words of encouragement, you can count me. You can count me in anytime because I know what's going on. I know how it works. I know how all the situation is. Sometimes we are skeptic. I've been in that road. I'm not talking to you as a marketer. I'm only talking to you as somebody who has been there, experienced these problems, and how wish, we had, great mentors. Maybe if I had a mentor, I would have been better than, who I am and what I am now. So it's an opportunity to talk to you about this. It's an opportunity to guide you. And yeah, like I said, it's a lifetime friendship, you know. It's a lifetime friendship. So we need together.
All right. Thank you very much. Let us release Dr. Tinibe. So any further question that we have, would collect it and we'll get back we'll get in touch with Dr. Tinebe to answer your questions. So
Yeah, sure.
thank you very much, Dr. Tinebe. You know I'm your fan, so please don't forget to.
Thank
Yeah.
you,
All right.
Theo. I really appreciate it. It's wonderful.
So it's a pleasure being here, talking to you guys. Father, you're doing a good job. Putting this together is about the best you can do for Africa, because the Indians are not better than us, but they have that mentor system. They have, people who create things like this so that they can get exposed to what is going on, abroad. The problem many of us have is that we are so keen on, studying something that sounds prestigious. I think it's high time we move from that kind of attitude and begin to look for courses that are solving what problems. Where you can earn in USD, where you can be, you can solve problems basically. And that's what the Indians are doing. They're just into, like, you hardly see somebody who's an Indian who went to school for electrical engineering. What's he doing there? Like, it doesn't solve any problem in the US, So you're doing the right thing. I started after my PhD, and I got my PhD around 35 years. So a few years down the line, I'm doing this. So for you to be here doing this right now, you're doing the right thing. Trust me. I wish I were you. I wish I were you.
So,
Congratulations.
sir, Will, before you go, last word, what computer specification do you need? Do you need to go and look for an almighty server, or just any computer would work?
Not just any computer will work, not just any computer will work, but something, I don't know if I can, maybe later I'll drop a spec, but trust me, we are only moving into a server. So we are going to migrate from our computer into an AWS server. That's where we're going to be doing everything we're doing. You're not doing that on your computer. So I wouldn't want to say that any computer will work, but I'm going to say that just something that wouldn't make your work slow, something that would just, make you have a good time, will be good, but nothing crazy. You don't have to go and buy a new computer for this. Trust me.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tinebe. We are very grateful.
Thank you very much. It's a
So,
pleasure.
yes, sir. So to our next speaker is a cyber security personnel. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I had a little glitch there. So the next speaker is on cyber security. He's one of our instructors for cyber security. Her name is Dr. Oluwafunmilola Adepegba. She has a PhD. Her area of specialization is cybersecurity and data science. She currently resides in Canada and she works there as well. So, but she has BSc from UI, MSc from Unilori, PhD from AU, presently a researcher working in Information Security Lab, Department Information Security and Digital Forensics, Cybersecurity, Niagara University in Ontario, Canada. She's a former program coordinator of cybersecurity and information technology from Bowen University, Iwo, Nigeria. And she's a membership, and she's affiliated to #1 Organization for Women in Science for the Developing World, member of Nigeria Computer Society, she's a computer professional of Nigeria. Some of her publications, she has ATM model for a trusted thought system, identification and classification of diabetic retinopathy using machine learning, systematic review on techniques for credit card fraud detection. She also wrote a publication on credit card fraud detection using voter ensemble techniques. She won the second place at the first ever HALT, this Cybersecurity Hackathon Program competition, organized and hosted by the Cybersecurity Center of Excellence in Ontario. That's November 6th, 2023. So she won second place in a competition in Canada, a cybersecurity competition. So we are not bringing just anyone to come and teach you cybersecurity, but we have professionals, experts from within and outside Nigeria. So she's beside in Canada. Can we welcome Dr. Fumi Adepegba? Please, Dr. Fumi Adepegba, you are welcome, ma'am. Ma'am, we can't hear you. Can you?
Okay.
All right, we can hear you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I thank you for the opportunity given to me to be part of this forum. So I appreciate the organizers. So I'm standing on the existing protocol. Yeah, I will like to advise our upcoming cybersecurity professionals. Like we are in the world of cybersecurity, and the importance cannot be underestimated. So with the increasing resilience on technology in nearly every aspect of our lives now, protecting our digital the assets and the information has become paramount. I want us to know that cybersecurity is essential for several reasons. I have always been an academia, and I will always be an academia. So I am not really interested in anything industry or something. I'm always finding my way into academics. So, and that is what I love doing. So I can assure you that you are picking the right person. So, and secondly, I want us to know that cybersecurity is vital for protecting businesses and organizations, companies, financial resources, and all that. And also, cybersecurity is essential for national security, for infrastructures, and all that. Then, cybersecurity is crucial in maintaining trust in the digital ecosystem. For example, let me cite an example in this aspect. Now, there are some things that are happening recently. For example, now, recently in Ontario, lately last year, there was an attack in the Ontario Library in which all the system in the library were attacked. And the kind of attack that was detected in that attack was a ransomware attack. So ability to be able to identify such a situation or a condition is very paramount, because we have other types of attack. We also have something like phishing attack. We have other varieties of attacks, several types of attack that could happen, but for you to be able to identify the right attack and to be able to address it, I think is very paramount and is important. Recently, also, we will be making use of some tools like the newly published tools like PFSense, the forensic toolkit, that's FTK Imager, the Wireshark for network security. Then we have firewalls, we have intrusion detection system. Then we are going to be doing some hands-on practicals like vulnerability scanning. There's a particular research lab work we did on vulnerability scanning. We were scanning websites, we scanned networks, we scanned even the computer system that we are using. It was a while when I saw some of the attacks that were about to attack my system, where we did some vulnerabilities checking on the system on my laptop. So also in the digital forensic aspect of it, let's assume that, for example, you are given a live scenario, like a phenomenon that you are supposed to carry out a particular investigation for a company or a particular establishment. Let me cite an example, a practical example for you so that you can know what you are going to be expecting in such program like this, because I would want to let you know that you are actually doing the right thing. So let's say that, just a moment, please. Okay, there you go. Sorry, I'm taking your time. Okay. For example, there's a scenario that happens. A Dell Latitude notebook computer was found abandoned along with a wireless card and an external homemade internet. It is suspected that this computer was used for hacking purpose, although cannot be tied to an hacking suspect, you are going to carry out an investigation. Then there's a particular person called Greg, and the person always goes online, and his nickname is Mr. Evil. And some of his associates have said that he would park his vehicle within the range of wireless access points, maybe like an eatery, maybe like MMC Donald, maybe somewhere like an international intercommunication company, or maybe Starbucks or McDonald's, Tim Hortons. He will park there. Then he would intercept traffic, like internet traffic, and attempt to get credit card numbers, their username and their passwords. So now you are, as a cybersecurity analyst and expert, you have to find what this person is actually trying to do. You have to investigate into this situation. So what are the things that you need? You need some kind of like an evidence. We call it an evidence. An evidence could be logical evidence. It could be a physical evidence. What I mean by physical evidence or logical evidence, it may be maybe a USB drive that he has been using for his evil. It may be a logical drive, maybe the hard disk or something. So these are the evidence that you just need as an investigator to investigate into this matter. So by the time we did investigation, there is something we call hash image. So we saw that the verification, it was verified that the acquisition and the information on the hash image was the same. Then we also analyzed that the system that he was trying to hack was having an Microsoft Windows XP on it. We also investigate on the installation date. Investigation was also done on the time zone and the area whereby he carried out his evil. Then we also need to investigate on the registered owner. He's an hacker. So you need to investigate who is the rightful owner of the system. So we investigate the rightful owner of the system being the Mr. Greg. But in a way, he is trying to carry the image of Greg to be doing his evil. So there was another account that he created on the system called Mr. Evil. So those are the things that we will be putting in place. It's going to be a practical oriented program. I'm telling you that you will not regret putting up for this program. Then also you also have to investigate some other aspect, maybe the network he uses, the account name he uses, then how often he tried to hack into the account, how often he logs on and how he logs out, the time he comes in, the time he logs out. So those are the things. Then at the end of the day, we were able to get the culprit, which is Mr. Evil. We were able to understand that he logged on into the system 15 times. We were able to get the logon times and the password. He actually changed the password of the system. Meanwhile, he also created a path whereby the rightful owner of the system can log in. So those are the things that you'll be experiencing. And also we'll be using some other applications, software applications like Microsoft Baseline Security Analyzer, that can be used for vulnerability checking. Then we'll be using PFSS, we'll be using Wireshark. So Wireshark is mainly for network security scanning, and it can be used for packets scanning. So it can be used for packet scanning. Sometimes we don't really need to be using all those physical tools for network scanning. It's not always about you having a physical class. We can also do our searches and our research online, and it's going to be a very easy one for you. I bet it. I bet you. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, let me know.
Thank you very much, Dr. Fumi. But I feel like doing all the professional courses, like doing everything at the same time. Thank you very much. So if you have question or you need clarity, you can ask quickly because Dr. Fumi is in Canada and I had to wake her up this morning. She just finished a lot of work, and as at the point when she was trying to sleep to catch her breath, I had to just beg her to join us for this virtual open day. So please, before we release her, please, do you have any question? My own question, while others are still thinking about that question, is do I need any power knowledge? Do I need to go and learn a programming language? Does it involve programming? Because many people are scared of programming.
No, this is it. Cybersecurity, you don't need programming. Neither do you need a programming background or anything. Like where I am right now, we have people that have their background in mathematics, people that have their background in chemical engineering, people that have their background in education. And recently, I want to give you the tip of the day in Canada. If you're coming to Canada to study, there is a cap given to international students now that there are some courses that have been scrapped. But I want to let you know that cybersecurity is one of the topmost longing for in Canada now. It's one of the courses that have been approved for student visa in Canada. So I bet you, even if you have the mindset of traveling abroad to come and study further, I can assure you that this could be a kind of a stepping stone for you. In sense that if you feel, okay, maybe later when I'm through with this certification, it can be a very convincing aspect of coming over here to come and study cybersecurity, maybe further MSc cybersecurity. Maybe you have a background in mathematics, English, and industrial chemistry or anything. This could be a kind of a conviction that, okay, I have a certification in cybersecurity back home. I want to come and further it, having a master degree or a professional degree in Canada. So that is one opportunity of having this program at your own dispensation.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Fumi. So do you have any question for Dr. Fumi?
No, that is what Dr. Toby is actually asking, that you don't need any previous knowledge in computer science. You don't need programming. You don't need to know Python. You don't need to know C++. You don't need to know Java or any kind of programming language. Just the interest that is paramount here, and ability to be able to be nosy. Like, what am I talking about is ability to be able to do some investigative, like otelemuye, Yoruba people will say. So you have
FBI
to be
kind of work.
Yes, like you have to be nosy, like if you feel like something like that. Yeah, that's it. You have the privilege to work maybe in security agency, parastatals, industry, companies, banks, and all that. They need cybersecurity everywhere because attacks are everywhere. So we need people to help us to attack the attackers. Like in a presentation I did some month ago, I put the topic as the thief has come to steal, to kill, and to destroy. So before they destroy us, let us attack them back or we destroy them back. So that is the essence. You don't need to have any background in computer science.
Okay. So in the cybersecurity course, are we just catching thieves and just catching them? Are we going to also build our own form of security architecture and infrastructure? Are we going to learn how to protect ourselves, or we are just outside for the catch?
No, it's a wide course. As you are doing the catching, you are also protecting yourself. Because if you open your door down, the thief will come. But as you are protecting others, you protect yourself too. And you'll be able to know some crooks and crannies on even this laptop that we are also using, a lot of attacks on them. Like a couple of weeks ago, my system was almost being attacked, and I get conscious. Maybe it's because of my course now. I am always conscious about attacks. Then whenever I want to go to any website, I check the security first before luring to any attacks. Then it's advisable not to also just, you see any open internet, you log into it, you saw something free, you log into free
Man, we
internet
like free Wi-Fi in
Wi-Fi.
Nigeria. We like free Wi-Fi in Nigeria.
Yes, so that is one of the danger of it. You don't just do that. If you come to Canada and you do free Wi-Fi, you are doing yourself
We are
a
good.
favor. Because all the Indians, the Chinese, they are out there seeking to devour. And they are wise. We have a lot of them here. They are sound there. They are not better than us. But we just need to get ourselves right. We need to get it straight that these people, what do they, let me shock you. Even the Canadians themselves, they don't have degrees that we have. They don't have all those degrees that we used to build a CV. Their children only have colleges, the
Wow.
same level of diplomas that we have in Nigeria, OND. Their students, their children, their own personal, the citizens, they have colleges. Then the rest of it is the IQ, ability to be able to use your sense, ability to be able to carry out. If you come to Canada, they don't want to know the number of certificates that you have. They want to know what you can do for them. They want to see the hands-on experience you have. Come and put it in place for us. They don't mind you having a college degree. They don't mind you having a PhD degree or maybe a secondary school. But what can you do? So that is how it is. Now, somebody is asking that, okay, that after the, okay, let me check.
At the end of this program, would you also assist in preparing candidates to prepare CVs and job interviews?
No, you should be able to do that yourself. We are not kids, but if you need any assistance, maybe a review of what you have done, I can help you review it or something. So you can give me maybe a sketch of what you have, then we can look at it together. But I'm very sure you can be able to do your CV yourself.
Thank you very much. I know at the end of the program, people will have lot of portfolio and experience, and those experience to boast
Exactly.
of. Yeah, like me too. I have to take one of these courses so that I can go to Canada and show them
I've been now.
what I can do.
So
All right,
that
thank you
is just
very
it.
much, Dr. Fumi. We really appreciate your time. I'm sorry that I had to interrupt your sleep.
No. I was told by Dr. Akikpelu before, but I was thinking maybe, was he still going to hold or is he not going to hold again or has it been shifted? Something like that. So, because I was not hearing from her, she didn't send me the link until you sent it this morning, then she later sent it again.
Yeah, we keep to our words. We keep to our words.
Yeah.
So since we fixed that time, we keep to
Yes.
it. Right. Thank you very much,
So
Ma.
I also want to urge the participants, please, it's not a waste of time. It's not a waste of money. It's not a waste of energy. It's an opportunity you need to grab, most especially if you think you have the ambition of leaving the country soon or maybe later, or you have the ambition of working in an industry as a cybersecurity analyst or a CASO or a CISO, or maybe an expert in forensics. So I think it's a stepping stone for you. So grab the opportunity now.
Thank you very much, Dr. Fubi. You see, you enjoy her when she's teaching you hands-on practical. She's real and practical. She bring real life scenarios to you.
Yes.
I
Yes.
encourage everyone. Cybersecurity is a good one, as you can see for yourself. So thank
It
you
is
very
because
much.
even one of my thesis, it's on detection of credit card fraud detection, credit card fraud detection using machine learning. So even if you're interested in machine learning or data science, it's interwoven. So they are together. So whichever way you choose, good for you.
Can I be your PhD student. We will talk after the program. Maybe I'll come
You
to
already
Canada
have a
so we can run
PhD?
it. No, I have masters, but I'm willing to do my
Okay.
PhD. I
Okay.
major in data science, so I think
Wow.
we can do machine learning, cybersecurity
Yes, I
together.
actually got my data from the data bank, but you can get data anywhere. We have knowledge database, like you can get it from Kaggle, even if you need physical
Yes,
data,
I
but
know Kaggle. Yeah.
those are historical data too. Then you can get real life data. But it depends on your interest and programming language.
I will reach out to you after this thing.
All right, sir. You're
All right.
welcome.
Yeah. Thank you very much. So let's release Dr.
Yeah,
Fumi
thank you
to
very
go ahead.
much. It's fun being with you. I appreciate the organizers, the HOD of the department, Dr. Kimpelu, and my host and coordinator. Thank you very much, Mr. Toby, and prospective doctor. Yeah, thank you.
All right, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
So let's welcome the third speaker for this virtual open day, Mr. Aluko. Mr. Aluko is a software developer, he's a software engineer. He does mobile and web and desktop applications. He's a PhD student, but he has been in the industry developing mobile apps for people. He has handled Q app, even fake Naira detector. He has published on Google Play Store, Dada, StoreDash. He's working on a secure digital wallet as his PhD thesis. So let us welcome our software developer instructor, Mr. Tolu Aluko. Mr. Tolu.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. As a software engineer, I believe you will learn a lot because you must have a level of critical thinking. You must have a level of how you can solve problems and provide solutions through with a number of codes in critical. The world is changing every day, and we can see that IT are trying to change the world, the way we interact with apps, software, in order to make our lives easier and better. So just like the coordinator has mentioned, I'm a software engineer. I've developed some apps, and those apps, some are on the Google Play Store, and also some are freelance development where you have a client to solve their problems for them using a certain number of programming language. Now, in software engineering, in the US, we have software engineers, we have software architects. But under this same other software engineering, we also have project management as well. So, but what do we understand by software engineering? Software engineering is a branch of computer science that deals with design, development, testing, maintenance of software applications. When you develop a software, you have to maintain it at the same time, test run it, and at the same time, you have to make sure that the software you design or you develop, it works with the problem you're trying to solve. Let me give you two instances. If you look at digital fintech apps that's been where we have the increase in cyber fraud from one hole to another, is because those softwares were designed for just to solve financial transactions, but they are not protecting the interests of the users. So they still need a lot of research to secure those fintech apps or digital wallets. And also, to be a software engineer or software architect, you have to understand that you must have some technical skills, soft skills, so that you can move ahead with somebody who's just ordinary a charlatan. A software engineer must master 2 or 3 programming languages. Like for me, I have to master Java and Python. Then I have some that which as my second programming language are C and C++. Well, the reason is because with Java, you can do almost anything from ranging from embedded devices to operating systems and so many more. But the career path on a software engineer, we have applications developer, we have database administrator, we have mobile developer, we have project leader, we also have system analyst, systems developer, and sometimes they call us a software quality engineer, and sometimes they call us computer applications engineer. So in most cases, the career path for software engineers is broad and wide, and is very profitable if you become an expert. In the US so far, the average salary of software engineer in the US is about $140,000. And for me, as an experience, I've used software engineering to start my own, be a family man. You know, as a man, you have to work hard. But at the same time, well, it also has its challenges because when you start coding, it's just you and the system. The longest hours I've coded is about 9 hours straight, which needed something wonderful. So my advice is software engineer.
Mr. Aliko, please, can you be more audible, sir?
Okay.
Can you be louder, please? Thank you.
Yeah, I said, as a software engineer, can you hear me loud and clear?
Not very well. A little bit louder, please.
Okay, as a software engineer, you have to have soft skills, such as problem-solving skills. At the same time, you must have critical thinking. You must also have an understanding of the problem you want to solve. And at the same time, you must have knowledge of algorithms, because algorithms is one step away from developing the solution. It is how, when you develop the algorithm, you can determine where the solution is. So, as I mentioned earlier, that there are software engineer careers like application developers, system developers. We also, some people used to call us programmers as well. You know, it's different from being a coder. Sometimes we are called programmers because we need to engineer the application from the beginning on paper to the developed solution. So most times the challenges are mostly bugs. I will share one bug I experienced with StoreDash. The bug that I encountered with StoreDash was when I was developing the rider app, where the rider has to pick up the signal. So on Android 11, the Google updated the library, which I was not aware of. So I took the issue to stackoverflow.com. Every software engineer must have this website at their fingertip, stackoverflow.com. I post my error there and the bug I was having. 24 hours later, a Google engineer replied the email that this is how you do it, this has to do it, since they've updated the library. So I implemented back on Android Studio and it worked. So most times, don't be, as a software engineer, you must give a room for continuous learning because technology are evolving every day. So, and always make sure that always be security conscious, like our colleague cybersecurity said, always be security conscious, because for every software, of course, there will be a bug, and hackers will always be looking for the loophole. And finally, when you are developing a software or engineering a software, make sure you have a way of testing and debugging. That is, you test rigorously. For me personally, I used to give myself 10, 15 days for testing to make sure that it actually performs the desired result. So I want to welcome the students that just be yourself, discover yourself, and just make sure that you can do it. If I can do it, you can also do it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Aduko. He's our software engineer and he has been software engineer for long. He has even worked in a bank as a software engineer. So he has hands-on practical experience. So thank you very much, Mr. Aluko. Do we have any question for Mr. Aluko before we proceed? Okay, I think I'll just move to our next speaker. Our next speaker is currently unavailable. We spoke this morning, but she needed to attend to something very urgent at her side. So she's unable to join us, and if she makes it before the end, she might just say one or two things. But I would like to read her profile for us. So her name is Dr. Gloria. Dr. Gloria is a Queen Elizabeth II scholar and Doctor of Data and Information Science. So she has Master's and PhD in Data and Information Science, and she's a visiting scholar at the Faculty of Information and Media Studies, University of Western Ontario, Canada, under the sponsorship of the Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Scholarship for the Global Health Research Collaborative Program in 2018. She has won full sponsorship to attend the African Leagues Conference in Nigeria in 2017, the Earlier Career African Climate Academics Workshop in Ghana in 2016, and the Association of Commonwealth University Summer School Conference in Canada in 2015. So our work, she has done so many research work and practical and some data analytics and data science work. Part of our work, we have number one, data mining and visualization for conversational structure on Ebola virus disease among healthcare practitioners in the Medscape network. That's between 2014 and 2018. Exploring surveillance African communication of COVID-19 related health information on social media in 2021. Then ChatGTP in the future academic research, web content analysis, that's in 2023. So she would have loved her to say one or two things, but she's currently unavailable due to some important things that came up just before the program. So we are very sorry that we couldn't get Dr. Gloria to say something, but Dr. Gloria is our data science instructor, taking us on data science, and she has hands-on practical experience with data, different kind of data, and she'll be taking us. So so when the class starts in full, by God's grace, you get to meet her in person. You get to meet her. For those that will be joining online, you get to meet her online. Those that will be online, you get to meet her in person as well. So she is the data science, one of our instructors, one of our data science instructors. So thank you very much. So just to let us know that the data science class starts next week Saturday. We'll be having Dr. Gloria present and coming to take us in the first class next week Saturday. So please, we encourage everyone, You heard Dr. Timebe, he said that to learn Excel, just Excel in the United States, you'll be paying thousands of dollars, unquestionable. You can't price it. There's no Jale price, thousands of dollars. And here is part of what will be taught. In fact, it's like the basic things that will be taught, one of the basic things. So grab the opportunities when they are around you, when they are available, grab the opportunities. Now, data science class starts this coming weekend, Saturday. So I encourage everyone, if you are so I will be dropping the links.
I don't know if you want Dr. Ajuka to say something. I think she's online.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Dr. Ajuka, welcome. Thank you for you made it. Dr. Ajuka, please, Dr. Gloria, please, you have the floor. Just say one or two things about yourself and data science course. Thank you. Dr. Gloria Ajuka. Dr. Gloria. Okay, why we might still be waiting for her? Do you have any question regarding any of the courses, the data science, the software engineering? Please, do you have any question regarding that? Yeah, I'm still waiting for who has question. So I will leave a link on the chat. I'll leave a link on the chat. So we are still waiting for questions from Dr. Gloria. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. So before we close, I would like to invite Dr. Akipelu for the closing speech, closing remark, and the vote of thanks. Dr. Kenny Akipelu, are you there?
Thank you, Toby. I'm here. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so glad that we all made it to this webinar this afternoon. A lot has been said already. But one thing I know is that deliberation is for all, but action will always be for one. We've had different speakers, they've talked about their different fields, and it is high time we took a step for what we want. Either you want to go for cloud computing, or you want to go for cybersecurity, or you would like to come in for software engineering or for data science. You just have to choose one, at least to start. And like Toby said earlier too, in fact, you could, one can be tempted to go for the 4. But either one you choose, either you decide to start with one and later come for the second one. All these courses are lucrative, and there are so many opportunities for these courses. Yeah, our professional coordinator, Toby, will drop his number I'll suggest as I speak, you can drop your number online for people who wants to reach, who would like to reach us. So you can always reach us for further inquiries through him, for further clarifications through him. We still hope to hold this kind of meeting, maybe where we are going, coming in for another batch. But I must emphasize this before we go, that the discount we are giving now is because we are just starting. And we want to encourage everybody to join. A time will come that discount might not be available. So why there is still this big discount that the school has agreed and the management has agreed with the permission of the head of the department of computer science departments to do this. Let us grab this opportunity. Do something to move your life forward. Do something to add value to yourself. And Dominican University, through our department, is giving that opportunity wherever you are. Even if you don't want to be, if you can't be in class physically, you can always join the class virtually. So do something to add value for to yourself professionally, and you will never regret that decision. Thank you for being on this webinar with us. Thanks,
Thank you. Thank you, Ma. So we checked the chats. I have left the link, the university link for us to review the courses, to see the courses and to register. The phone number, the official phone number is there. You can reach out via call or WhatsApp. Yes. So please, I want to, yes. So just go to the website, the URL that's been shared in the site. I'll contact the phone number. So the courses are going. Cybersecurity is 400,000 naira. But if you'll be paying once, it's 350. There is a 50,000 discount. Cloud computing is also 400,000 naira. If you'll be paying once for once payment, that's 350,000. Data science is 300,000. If you are paying once, you pay 250,000. Software engineering is 800,000, but there's discounts. There's discounts as well. So, and you don't have to pay once. You can pay by installments, and just reach out to the course coordinator to the number shared on the chat, so you can talk about your payment plan. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you for joining. We have people that joined from US, people that have registered. We have people that have registered from US. Yes, because it's it's expensive to want to learn it there. But if you're outside the country, or you know someone outside the country that needs professional skill, they can come and learn. We have hybrid system of delivering our training. So both online and physical. So people outside the country can also do. We have people that have registered from outside the country. So it's not a local training, it's an international training. We've met our instructors. We have good outlines, good course outlines. So thank you very much. Thank you for your time. And we have come to the end of this webinar. So we appreciate everyone for joining. I appreciate Dr. Kenny, appreciate the HOD, Dr. Nick. Thank you very much. God bless us. Have a great day.
Thank you for having us.